Edgar Kirk was like, nobody will replace ever my husband. But I think that JD Vance, I love him so much.
And I see no one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and vice versa.
I see some similarities of my husband in JD. Tim Dillon unloads on Erika Kirk. Take a listen.
This turning point kind of abomination that the right wing of this country has turned into like a bad reality show. And it's all of the fault of everyone, by the way. It's the fault of everyone speaking and everyone attending. And there's nobody that gets everything about this is weird and uncomfortable for everyone. And I think Erika Kirk just added to that weirdness even more, especially by talking about JD Vance, her past relationships, dating history. Unbelievable. I'm not saying she killed her husband or knew about it or whatever. I'm saying the guy got shot 3 months ago and she walks out to a pyrotechnic display and then she goes, we're going to elect JD Vance. It's weird that that's where her head is at.
I mean, her whole demeanor, Erika Kirk, the way she's talking, the way she's making eye contact. Did you see those demonic eyes? People are just baffled to see her facial expressions. Sometimes she would be lying. Sometimes she would be telling the truth. Sometimes she would be crying. Sometimes she would be laughing. Oh my God, this lady is a rainbow.
It's difficult for many people to relate to. It's not relatable for people that talked about how Hollywood isn't relatable and Hollywood is out of touch. This looks a lot like Hollywood to most people.
I mean, that is so funny. It is a Hollywood show. It is more than a Hollywood show, to be honest. I mean, look at her. Everything that she's doing, everything that the MAGA camp is doing, every single one of them, as Tim Dillon said, everyone is just making this whole show so weird.
And to go out through a stream of fireworks and sparklers and stand there in a glittering pantsuit and talk about electing JD Vance 3 months after your husband was killed, many people feel that there is something off about that.
Of course, something is off about that. She's not just wearing those clubbing pants. She's also hugging, kissing, touching JD Vance. And it's only for like how many months now since Charlie died? 3 months? It is, she's moving on too fast. And the way she's acting as if absolutely nothing has happened.
We're starting to see that political people are the exact same thing as the Hollywood elites that they all love to dunk on. And we all look at this. This is Meghan Thee Stallion twerking at the Kamala rally. This is deeply unsettling to a lot of people. It feels like you're being played.
I mean, it's also about, as he said, it's also about power struggle, right? JD Vance got her approval. I mean, who are you, Erika, to approve or to nominate JD Vance to be the next president that you'll be voting for? Who are you? Who cares? But guess what? Because she is getting so many attention, she is now acting like she is one of those elites from Hollywood or somewhere else.
You feel it. It seems off. You feel like this is a coordinated and choreographed spectacle so that you are played. They want your money.
Yeah, they want your money. And what I also find very, very interesting about all of this is the fact that Erika Kirk all of a sudden is talking about state of Israel. she actually mentioned that Jew hate is not something that will be a healing factor, quote unquote, healing factor. Hating Christians is not is not going to be a healing factor either. So she is just rambling so much, excuse me, that people are, taking notice of her talks, whatever she is doing. And if you take a look at some of these photos, I mean, this clubbing pant, and then you also have some other AI generated photos. She is partying. We have seen videos of those two. She was dating people, men, before she met this guy, Charlie Kirk. And then she would be talking about how everything just played out so fine, so well. She did not have a relationship, a serious relationship, or any kind of relationship before she met Charlie Kirk. And then you have South Park making really a lot of fun of Erika Kirk, her dress, those clubbing pants, those glittering pants. And so, guys, it's as Team Dillon said, it's just becoming so weirder and weirder every single day, and looks like it's not going to stop.
Who's going to control the finances? Who's going to wake up in the middle of the night if the kid has an issue? Are you going to have kids? How many kids? Are you going to raise the kids Protestant or Catholic? Are you going to read the Bible? Here's a good question in premarital counseling that most won't ask, and this will save you a lot of problems. Are you a open or closed house?
Wow.
Who here grew up in an open house where all the kids would come by in the neighborhood? You know what I'm talking about, right? How many of you was raised in a closed house where your parents... Yeah, okay, that's important, though.
So basically here you can clearly see Charlie Kirk is raising the awareness of how to prioritize your kids over anything else, especially as a mother. And then the next thing you know is once he's dead, we are seeing Erika Kirk, his own wife, is not taking care of the kids the way he promoted or he wanted. But this is the reality we're living today.
Because all of a sudden, if you marry an open house person, this was not an issue for us, thankfully, at all. But I've seen it destroy marriages, and they've recovered, some not. An open house person marries a closed house person, they get married, they're inviting all their friends over. All the time. Barbecue, open up, and the closed house person is like, this is crazy. I wasn't raised like this. And none of that gets filtered in the engagement. That's one of like 100 questions. That would be a good book we could write. 100 questions you should ask before you get married, right?
So if he was alive, in other words, and if he has seen all of these things that Erika Kirk is doing in regards to his kids, do you think he would be happy? He would be like, yeah, this is exactly what I want you to do. Of course not.
That would be a good book, right? Go ahead.
No. I was just saying the home is sacred.
I could go on, but that's like, you just have to, what premarital counseling should do, which it does a bad job of in most churches, is you must really know the nature of your spouse. Introvert, extrovert. What is their love language, right? Do they need time alone? Do they get filled up when you spend time with them? Or when they come home and they're beat down, do they need time alone? Here's a good one that almost no pastor will ever tell you. What is a vice that your spouse struggles with? Okay,
so again, he is promoting family bond. Family is first. It comes first, and that's what he's promoting here. But his wife is doing exactly the opposite.